Hi everyone. I just rediscovered a little oracle deck that I purchased about 6 months ago. Easy. And yeah, I just forgot it was there. Crazy, crazy. And I did play around with it when I first received it. I was really enjoying getting to know the deck, and then life goes on and you purchase others and it just kind of got lost in the mix. Anyway, I'd like to introduce this deck to you because you may not have seen it before. I stumbled onto this deck while I was searching for Egyptian oracle decks, and it just popped up. And it's actually from France. You can see here it is, or was, created by Dominique Duplat. And I do not speak French, so forgive me, especially you, Christine and Celeste, if you're watching. Go easy. Why am I doing this to myself? I think it is something along the lines of Oracle de la Triade. Yeah, okay. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? But yes, I wasn't sure whether there was any information in English on this deck. It was advertised just as you see there. But then I did notice on this website, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what website it was, but there was a link to a PDF where they explained the card meanings in English. And I thought, perfect, that's good enough for me. However, when I received the deck and I picked up the box, I realized, look, on the other side, it is written in English. Yay! This is the Oracle of the Triad. Not only that, the guidebook is written in French on one side and English on the other. Hooray! So this deck consists of 57 cards, and in the guidebook it goes on to say that this oracle deck is a mirror which reflects the soul, thus enlightening anybody on a spiritual quest and self-realization. I like that for a start. And it goes on to say also that we all carry the answers within. So it doesn't matter what level of consciousness you're on. The answers lie within yourself. And they do encourage you to use your intuition big time. And I know that sounds like an old cliche, but I'll show you the meanings of the cards are basically just a few keywords. It doesn't go into great detail at all, but they specifically say, you know, this is just a guide. Look at the artwork. How does it speak to you? So I do appreciate that. It says that each card was conceived according to the symbology of various religions and philosophies, whether ancient or more contemporary. And that's again what I love about this deck. There is quite a mix when you see the artwork. It has a bit of a sacred geometry feel. It has a scientific feel. Anyway, I'll show you in a sec. The book says that the resulting images are the synthesis of several symbols relating to the intrinsic value of the card, thus making the Oracle of the Triad a very special deck, both in substance and in form. So I will show you, first of all, they do have a few spreads that you can try in the front. And then you'll see here, as far as the meanings go, it's short and sweet. But again, they do encourage you to interpret the cards straight from your intuition once you get to know them. So what I love about this deck is the card titles are in French, and I find that very appealing. And hey, it's a French deck. What would you expect? So I'll show you the cards and just give you a brief rundown on what they mean. So Alpha, this is the beginning. Obviously, they are numbered. Number 1 there. So yeah, it's something new. It might even be a novelty. Number 2 is isolation, solitude, depression, submission. It could be jail. Number 3, Delta, which represents God or clairvoyance. So again, I mean, you could bring that into third eye. It could be so many different things, the unseen. 4 is Lies. I love this artwork. This can be about hypocrisy, it can be falsehood, treachery, betrayal, and so on. I might just move my beautiful piece of sodalite up there so they don't fall out all over the place. Okay, to continue, number 5. This is water. It's about creativity, purification, rain, fecundity, soil, and so on. This is root. You can see the tree of life there. It's about origin and foundation. It's the basis. It can be about regression and, of course, relate to the past, just like the tree of life, root. Sorry, not just like the tree of life, my God, like the tree in Lenormand, you know, it can be about family and the past and health and where you've come from, your roots. Okay, number 7 is door. So this is about, you know, the way through a path, a discovery, and evaluation, maybe even an outcome. Number 8 is nadir. And it's so interesting, this artwork, because in astrology, the nadir is the most southern point of your chart. It is the private sector, the darkness. It's the cusp of the 4th house of the emotions and home. So it is below the horizon. And you can see here, I love this. It's just very powerful. One small dot. And this means loss or darkness. It could mean annihilation, madness, magic, even evil. Number 9, wisdom. This is about honest and benevolence, confidence, goodness. Number 10, success, promotion, aim, money, gold, or even a certificate. Temptation. This can be about a lover, a rival, a possibility, something or someone that is questionable. Also a source of trials. Wow, look at that face. It's very, very powerful. 12 is seal. So this means approval, an agreement, a pact, a signature, a contract, and so on. Thirteen is penitence, which is punishment or pain, a sentence, atonement. 14 is man, or masculine energy, human, humanity, or even a boy. This one you'll know. Love, affection, tenderness, passion, an affair, an attachment, or devotion. Mutation, change, act, action, activity, progression, promotion. Energy, strength, pressure, vitality, power, and health. I really love this card, science, which is maths, chemistry, medicine, physics, astrology. Prayer, priest, church, temple, wish, or will. This is the mistake card, a fault, a sin, a failure, a fallacy, even guilt. Benediction, trust, baptism, blessing, ceremony. Here we have choice. It's a great card for choice, isn't it? Again, it reminds me of the pathways or choice card, crossroads, that's it, in the Lenormand. Decision or indecision, thinking and possibility. Peace, serenity, tranquility, harmony, relief, redemption, even detachment. Here we have wealth, money, fortune, gold, rich, even gambling. Here is the woman. So anything about femininity. Test, difficulty, obstacle, delay, a trap, but it can also pertain to work or even an exam. Doubt, question, confusion, demand, wonder, destabilization. Protection, security, support, comfort, but also spirituality. Interesting. Ascension, increase, mountain, departure. I guess you could look at that as, that sort of upward movement. Well, that's ascension, isn't it? Forgiveness, confession, apologies, an arrangement, or even rest. Order, command, power, government, the chief, the deed, or a revelation. Kind of reminds me of judgment. Illusion, fantasy, delusion, hypocrisy, even drugs and alcohol for this one. Very Piscean. Oh, and of course there is Neptune. That's why it's very Piscean. And here we have birth, the beautiful egg. And look at the astrology glyphs here. We've got Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Pisces, Aries, Taurus. No doubt that's Gemini, and down there is Leo poking through there. There's Aquarius up the top, and we've got Venus and Mars, the two planets in the triangles at the very top. So, of course, this is about an infant or something growing, evolution, a baby, but also home, like the fourth house of astrology. Initiation. Oh, what a beautiful card. Oh, it's beautiful. Teaching, studies, education, learning, training, and usefulness. Necessity, obligation, destiny, mandatory, but also something that's imperative. It must be. Here we have travel, one of my favorite words. This is about trips or holidays, anything long distance, exchanges and communication. Do we have Sagittarius or Jupiter here? No, I'm surprised. Okay, to move along. I love this card. It's really beautiful. Light, enlightenment, illumination, brightness. Celebrity, comedian, that's interesting, and important job. So you can see there's a bit of a correlation between this card and the sun in astrology. Celebrity also, you know, how you shine in the world, or comedian, it's like lightening things up. You know, the celebrity through comedy lightens the energy in the room. Okay, weapon. This is about quarrels, disputes, a lawsuit, divorce, justice, authority, even military, fight, and crime. Message. You can see here where the Egyptian flavour is coming through. Anything about news, a letter, a project, a discussion, listening, and understanding. Misfortune, suffering, depression, loss, sickness, misery, death, wickedness, big trouble. Oh dear. Equity. We're talking here of health, a cure, getting things in balance again, sanity and harmony, diplomacy and justice, which of course is Libra, but they've got Mercury there. The yin and yang, obviously, there's the balance. Desert, solitude, void, absence, isolation, passivity, and inaction. Oh, look at this beautiful Ankh. This is the key. Solution, open, close, discovery, accomplishment, and instrument. So again, you see there's a little connection there to the key in the Lenormand. Chaos. This is an accident, an explosion, destruction. Something breaks. It could be fire. It also could be revelation. Time. Duration. Period. And of course you can do timing with this, an hour, a year, or a limit. Sacrifice. Selflessness, effort, surrender, partial loss, material loss, and so on. Eternity, stability, long-term security, existence, solved conflicts, perfection, and intensity. Soul. Wow. Very Egyptian again. So this is spirituality, heart, the self, and goodness. Nemesis. Wow. So cool, this artwork. I love it. The antagonist, difficulty, problems, fights, threats, struggle, and evil. Papyrus. Writing, paper, book, business, trade, evolution, involution. Return. Recent past, trying again, but also backwards. Here we have silence, calm, mystery, rest, prelude, mutism. Sorry, that was prelude of revelation. Pardon me. And 53, meditation, reflection, thinking, the hermit, interesting, the mystic, grasping of the self. That can also be independence, though, that card. Here we have the death card, radical change, passing, widowhood, passage, tomb, or even entity. That's so cool. Fusion. This is about union, gathering, assembly, association, and of course meetings, things like that, and weddings. Brother. So this is about a friend, a sister, a brother, a partner, somebody that you can trust. It's also about confidence and integrity. And the last card, Omega. This is about achievement, aim, accomplishment, finality, and the end of a cycle. So there you have it. Oh my goodness, I really do love this deck. I'll show you the backing. There you have it. And by the way, I meant to tell you before I forget, this is actually available on Amazon. I'm not sure that it was there when I purchased it, but it's certainly there now. So take a look. You can just search for Oracle of the Triade rather than trying the French title if you choose. I'm sure that's how it'll come up. This is actually copyright 1998, which is interesting. I didn't realize that when I purchased it also. So grab it while you can, folks. Oracle of the Triad. And before I forget, apparently there is a book. So if you wanted to know more about the symbolism on this artwork, which I certainly would because it fascinates me no end, apparently the author wrote a book. So you can get it through the same publisher. I'm going to have a look into that. I wouldn't mind grabbing that book myself. So again, this is obviously like many decks. It's just a little white book. And if you want to know more, you need to buy the proper written book that was meant to accompany this deck, no doubt. Now, stock. Look, it's not bad. It's not the greatest stock ever, so it's a little on the thinner side. It certainly isn't up to what you'd call the US Games standard, but it's got a reasonable coating on it, and I think that actually does make a difference. So I imagine the stock isn't great, but the coating just seems to give it that little bit of protection. I would not abuse this deck, no way in the world, but... well, as I say, I've had it for a while, and even though I forgot it was there for a few months, when I first when I first received this deck, I did use it very regularly, and it's looking good. I do need to edge this in black, there's no doubt about that. But I'll give it a little shuffle-a-roo, if you'll bear with me just one second. I won't do it in front of the camera, that's going to be rather awkward. Oh, look, it's so easy to shuffle. Which deck isn't? Unless it's very, very thick stock. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's very, very easy. I was thinking too, you could, because of the style of deck, you could even pull a significator and ask a question upon that, because there's, some of the cards are very specific. So I hope you enjoyed that. And again, here it is, The Oracle of the Triade by Dominique Duplat. And I love it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your day, and thank you very much for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.